Erev Shabbat Shalom. We're on Parashat Tisa, the Torah portion in which, right after the giving of the Ten Commandments, Moses goes up to heaven to receive the Torah for 40 days and 40 nights. And the Jewish people miscalculate or perhaps are impatient and can't wait for Moses' return, and they sin in the great sin of the golden calf, that missed opportunity of finding God, instead worshiping the false gods that continue to plague us till today. But I want to focus on the reaction, on Moses' reaction when he comes down from the mountain. He at first smashes the tablets, but then there's a fascinating verse, and it says, Vayikach Moshe et Ohelo. Moshe takes his tent, leaves the camp, V'natato mechutz lemachaneh, harchek min hamachaneh, takes his tent outside of the camp, a distance from the camp. Vayikra lo, and he calls it Ohel Moed, a tent of meeting. Vaya kol asher mevakesh Hashem, all those who seek out God in their lives, Yetzei el Ohel Moed, should go out to the Ohel Moed, asher mechutz lemachaneh, that is outside of the camp, that is away from society. And there's a big debate. Rashi and many of the commentators think this is a very small period of time, that, just to go over the chronology, the Jewish people received the Torah at the Shavuot holiday on the 6th day of Sivan. 40 days later, on the 16th day of Tammuz, they make the golden calf. Moses descends from the mountain on the 17th of Tammuz, which is till today a fast day marking the sin of the golden calf, smashes the tablets. And at that point, he leaves camp and says, I'm taking out my tent. But then shortly after, the second set of tablets are given, another 40 days later on Yom Kippurim, on the 10th day of Tishrei, the second set of tablets are given. And then with that, they're given the charge to build the Mishkan, to build the sanctuary in the center of camp. And the way Rashi understands it, it's only in those few months during the construction of the Mishkan that there is this alternate Ohel Moed, this alternate tent of meeting. And once the central tent of meeting is up and running, the alternate tent falls into disuse. But there's another approach. The other approach is that there is the central place of worship, but throughout their time in the desert, there exists this out-of-the-way place where Kol Mevakshe Hashem, all those who seek God, are able to go and find God. And in fact, it appears again both in the book of Bamidbar and in the book of Tvarim, where Moses comes together with Joshua or with Aaron and Miriam, not in the central Mishkan, but out in the Ohel Moed. And what I want to suggest, and our community and organization here in Zichron is called Moed, is that often there's a central place of meeting, but sometimes we need to be sensitive to those who are mechutz lemachaneh, those who are outside of the camp, and making sure that if they are mevakshe Hashem, if they seek out to connect to God, to Judaism, to community, there is a way, both in the center, but also for those who are on the outside. And that perhaps is a central meaning of the Ohel Moed, not something that will ultimately be replaced by the central Mishkan, but something that remains throughout the period of time in the desert, and perhaps till today, something that's mechutz lemachaneh, that's just outside, where kol mevakshe Hashem, all those who seek God, can find connection, and as the Midrash suggests, Ohel Moed, a tent of meeting, connection to the individual and the divine, but also connection with like-minded seekers. We be blessed to find those who seek and those who search for meaning in our lives. Shabbat Shalom.